Hello everyone. This is my third session with my topic security issues with your privacy. In the previous session, I had discussed something about installation and configuration of TOR browser for your TOR network, the complete anonymous network, right? So basically, with this video, I just want to talk about what exactly TOR is designed for and what TOR does not protect you from. These topics are pretty much important for the concern when we deal with this anonymous or encrypted network, because it is having some weaknesses and vulnerabilities that we need to talk about. So this is my Windows machine and I have this TOR browser. This is not recommended because I'm using TOR in my host operating system, which is not quite convenient for the anonymity purpose, but I don't have any other sources, so explicitly I have to do this. But that's okay, right? See, I had I think blocked my what do you call that, add-on HTTPS, which is quite important here. I'll just enable it. Where is it? Yeah, okay. So if I search something for the TOR, let's say this is hello. Oh, I just want to write hello. It's hell. I'm so sorry. Okay. So let's say we're having this TOR circuit, which is Germany, France, and Bulgaria. Uh, as we are pretty sure about that this Bulgaria IP address, that's 77.78.130.32, this is the exit node, this is the last relay node, right? So this is a kind of public network, or you can say this is publicly enabled. Anyone can see this from here to this duckduckgo.com. This is quite open network. This is encrypted somehow. Okay, so basically, what TOR is designed for, TOR is basically designed for making a kind of anonymous network so that you can use or you can hide your profile from the public internet. Okay, to make you anonymous, actually it actually protect your data, or you can say the transportation of data can be protected with the help of TOR. So if you want to communicate with some other person in an encrypted way, you can do that. Okay, right? No one can know about your identity, and no one can know that what exactly the data packets that you are sending from one end to another end. So the transportation of data is basically encrypted, so no one can see the data. So this is the second advantage. Third is it protect you from ISP, internet service provider, which gives you the internet. It can be, in a layman terms, it can be your Vodafone company or the Geo or the Airtel or any other, which gives you a kind of uh, communication startup. You can say it is the initial phase of the network, which gives you the kind of the network. So it protects you from your ISP or the local internet provider from knowing that what exactly the site you are using for. Okay, so it basically nothing else but the second point itself, that it protects you the transportation of your data. So ISP never know that what kind of website you are using, or what kind of browsing you are doing in your browser. So that is the advantage. um, and then what exactly will be the fourth point is somehow to access the darknet, which is quite convenient for the people who are using the Tor browser. Generally, we don't use Tor browser for making this like searching the browsing and other effects, because that can be done with the help of another browsers too. We having different other networks where we can do that, but Tor browser specifically use to access the darknet, and which is not quite an appropriate time here to talk about darknet. So leave this point. Okay, now what Tor does not protect you from? Tor does not protect you from the ISP itself. Okay, ISP never know that what kind of site you are visiting uh, unless your ISP is using DPI, that is deep packet inspection. Okay, they never know what kind of site you are using, but they definitely know that you are using Tor browser to access the internet, right? They definitely know about this. um, how they know, it is somehow difficult to make it practical, because I don't have that kind of practical implementation of the software. I mean, Wireshark is not compatible to detect the Tor traffic. It is not. I had tested it. It needs somehow much more specialty, and I don't have that kind of. But still, I'm trying. If I can find it out, I'll definitely make another video where I can show this, that the Tor traffic is analyzed in the Wireshark. But right now, Wireshark, it only gives me the guard relay, which should not show in the Wireshark, but it's still showing me. We'll discuss about that too in my later videos. Then again, Tor does not remove the browser vulnerabilities. Browser vulnerability means, you can see, as I told you about the last node, that exit node, right? Anyone can inject JavaScript there and can make your anonymity into the de-anonymity. So that is the browser vulnerability. A browser can be easily attacked. So Tor browser can be easily attacked by some ethical hacking hackers, which are having some specially you can say website um, hacking knowledge. So it can be done with the help of those people. Next is, when you are doing Toring, or when you're using Tor browser, what kind of preventive measure that you need to take or consider is the first thing, as I told you about, that when you are using Tor, you should see the security settings, and security level should be from the standard to the safest. Default is standard, but you need to swap up to the safest, which is the safest zone of this network. And then make sure that your JavaScript is enabled over here. I mean to say, it should be disabled, right? Next is HTTPS. HTTPS is because I'll show you why. uh, tor circuit. Okay, let me have that image again. I every day have to find that image, but let me see, I can find today. Okay, now this is completely slow network. Okay, in evening my network is completely devastating. Well, I'm so sorry for this, apologies, but um, what can I do? Geo users are rumbling around here and there, so my network is completely down somehow. Okay, so the problem is in here. This is exit node and the destination. So this is exactly the hacker can use this disadvantage of Tor into an advantageous hacking process. He can come here and can inject JavaScript in this exit node and can make a browser vulnerability. Now, as I'm talking about HTTPS, why HTTPS is important? As you can see, this user to the guard node, this is encrypted. Guard node to relay node, it is again encrypted. Relay node to exit node, it is an encrypted process. But you see, exit node to destination is unencrypted. That's why we need to put this exit node into somehow an another layer of encryption. We have to put another layer of encryption here. So that's why instead of using HTTP, a simple normal protocol, we are using HTTPS. It is another what do you call, another layer of protection by which encryption can be flow in a similar manner, which is here. So it is again encrypted from here when you use HTTPS, and that's why we are using HTTPS in our browser. You can see over here, this is the HTTPS add-on. um, I'll show you the HTTP and HTTPS, the difference of the traffic flow in Wireshark in my later videos somehow, so that you can understand what kind of traffic can be done and can be easily seen in the Wireshark, and how can we see the HTTPS traffic, or how we cannot see the HTTPS traffic in the Wireshark. Both is having different. HTTP can be easily seen, however HTTPS cannot be seen in Wireshark. It is completely encrypted, so that's why we cannot see the traffic, or we cannot do any kind of traffic analysis. Okay, so next thing is what kind of preventive measures that you need to take care when using Tor. First one is you should not use torrent over the Tor, because to access any kind of torrent you just need a VPN. Okay, you don't need a kind of high profile environment or high profile anonymous network. It can leak your IP address, and you should not use that. So don't use torrent for Tor. Second thing is uh, don't enable any kind of add-ons which is a kind of third party. By default two add-ons comes here. One is this one, and another one is this HTTPS. Don't use any other add-ons apart from this, because add-ons are somehow very relatable to the system, like in the from the operating system. It takes the data from the browser. Apart from browser, it takes the data from system too. So definitely it reveal your identity in their website or in their destination, because these add-ons are somehow, whenever you use third party, it is coming from a website, or you can say the from server, and again it get back to the server, a kind of communication, client server communication. So it takes the data from your browser and put it into their destination or into their server. So it is somehow, so it is therefore important to not use any third party add-on. Okay, next thing is, whenever you use Tor browser, you never use any login credential, because that will reveal your identity. How can this be possible? Is somehow, let's say you are using Gmail email application for regular mailing thing, uh, but whenever you register yourself with Gmail application, you are uh, in your initial phase you had given some identity to the Gmail server, right? Your IP addresses, your name, mobile number, country, and everything, or something like that. So whenever you use your that login credential in an anonymous network, definitely you are logging yourself. Logging means log files, right? You are logging your identity in the Gmail server destination. Now once the log file is being saved in Gmail server, it can be easily seen that you are using your login credential, or by saying login credential, I'm saying Gmail application in some another network, and that another network is nothing but the Tor network. So it can be easily seen even if you are using Tor browser. So it is recommendable that you don't use any login credential while using Tor browser. Next thing is, you should not use any other kind of what do you call softwares. You should not download any software whenever you use this Tor network, because whenever you download that software, let's say download is not a problem, but when you download it and when you install the software, that will create some problem, because when you install it on your system, that particular software, that third party software, is again going to communicate with the destination server. Or you can say, let's say we're having Adobe PDF and you download it from the Tor browser, and now you're installing it, but that PDF, that Adobe PDF, after installing to the system, it get connect to the Adobe server. Okay, that particular website. So when it connects to the Adobe website, you are leaking some of your information, because that request, that is get back to the destination, to the server, that Adobe server, take something from your system and logged yourself, or logged into their Adobe server. So ultimately you are giving your identity to somewhere, to the Adobe server. So whenever a problem come to your end, Adobe server will or the agency, your government will see that what kind of things you had done with your network, with your system. Ultimately they will get to know that you had installed Adobe server in another network, and then they will ask the question to the Adobe server that give me the log file. And once they open the log file, your entry will be there that you, with this IP address, you installed it or you download it and install it, and it has been logged in their server. So it is quite a lengthy process, but you just have to understand it that whenever you use TOR browser or the TOR network, you should not download any software, or you should not, more precisely, you should not install on your system whenever you use it. So one thing you can do is turn on your browser, download it, maybe not download it, but turn off your Tor browser or make the connection close. Then from the another network or from the Google Chrome or the Firefox, you you download the software, you install it, and then get back to the Tor browser and start it, right? And whenever you want to do this again, turn off the Tor browser, then download it, install it from another browser, and then start the Tor browser again. You can do this swapping thing. Otherwise there is no option. You should not download or install any application. Apart from that, you should not use any email application or the what do you say, the login credential. For that specifically, you should use I2P network, which I'll cover up in my later sections. I2P is somehow very similar to that of TOR network, but both are having very vast differences. Just like TOR network uses circuit switch method. Circuit switching means it is having a fixed path, which you can see. This is a fixed path. This has been selected as 1 2 3. This is a fixed path. But with I2P network there is no fixed path. Okay, they are having it works with packet switching network. Packet switching network means it will identify shortest path from this end to the another end. It will find the shortest path, and then it comes to the destination. So this is I2P, and that is TOR network. The difference is somehow this. Next thing is yes, the HTTPS. I told you about that. Okay, one more thing that I want to discuss here is about the TOR. Where is that? Yeah, the TOR network settings. Here it is written, I use a proxy to connect to the internet. So you can use any type of proxy. You can see SOX4, SOX5, and HTTPS. Apart from that, if the country is censored that if you cannot use Tor in my country, then you should use something called as bridge. Bridge is nothing but a kind of this relay, or you can say this kind of router, which is not publicly publicly noted down. It is, these are somehow, there is an entry of this. I'll show you this, how this relay node or guard node or exit node is there. Exit there is a complete website on exit node where each and every IP address is being noted down. So let's say I have this Tor browser, and let's say I have an exit node of 77.78.130.32. This entry, I can show you this in this Tor node list. If I search this IP address, which is where is it? This is my Tor browser. Okay, so I have, no, this is not, okay, this one. What is the IP address? It is, let me write it down somewhere, 77.78.130.32. Now if I search this IP address, I can you can easily get this. Okay, it is publicly noted down, 78.130 dot, and there we go. See, there is an entry of that IP address. So this is somehow, if you're not believing me, then I can find another, let's say I go in hell Wikipedia, you will get another exit node, and that entry is also, I can find it out. Let's say I have the IP address of, you can see, 96.66.15.147. so let's say 96.66.15.147. this entry is also there in this website. So 96.166, sorry, it is 66, I think, yeah, 66.15. which is 147. So you can see that there's the entry of that website. So this is somehow exit node is completely been, it has been discovered somehow. Whatever the exit node you're using, it has been publicly noted in this website. So this is the problem actually, but however we cannot do with the thing. But I was discussing about the TOR network settings. So if your TOR is censored in your country, you can use something called as bridge. Bridge is a kind of this node, or you can say the routers, which are not publicly, it is not publicly uh, what do you call published. It is an unpublished relay. It is an unpublished relay. The entry of that relay is not in anywhere, not in the site or not anywhere else. So it is not, it is somehow completely anonymous. It cannot be seen, it cannot be published. But you can see this guard node, relay node, and exit node, it is somehow the entry of these routers are there somehow in the database or somewhere else with the DA, the directory authorities, they have somehow. But the entry of this bridge is not anywhere. It is somehow the unpublished relay that is not known by any government organization, and therefore using it, you can use tor in case if it is not, if it is blocked. Okay, so how can you get this bridge is you can actually get it from the tor website, and you can get request a bridge. You can see this request a bridge from the torproject.org, but you can explicitly provide your bridges too if you want to. You can get your bridges from this website, tor bridges. I'm typing with my one hand, sorry. Let's say I have tor bridges list. Okay, and you can get it from here. It's an easy 3 tor bridges. You can I have to type this. This is a problem, but let me see if I can. Okay, I have to type it, J, and then again shift T. This is Y, and this is complete A, then 9. What is that? This is N, I guess. This is fun. Okay, and the okay, so you can get this, these are the 3 bridges. You can copy it and just put it over here. Where just put it over here. Okay, just copy it and paste it over here, and there you go. You will get your bridges. In case these bridges you cannot find it, you can request a bridge by mailing them on bridges.torproject.org slash option. Okay, you can get it from here. Sorry, this is the website, and if the website doesn't have any kind of bridge, then you can mail them to bridges dot at the rate torproject.org. Okay, in case if you haven't listened properly, I can mail this, or I can text this particular email. Next thing is somehow your tor is blocked by a strict firewall, just like China is having. You can use this computer goes through a firewall that only allow connection to a certain ports. So you can use 80 and 443. These are the open ports, and firewall somehow cannot block these open ports, because ultimately 80 is HTTPS traffic and 443 is HTTPS. This is HTTPS. So these are somehow not blocked ports. It has to be open somehow. Okay, I think that's enough for this little chit chat on the tor networks. In my later sections, I think I need not to cover much more the, what do you call that, this elaborated way of tor. I'm going to close the tor section. Next we will see, I think I will see the I2P network, where email and other login credential, how to access that. We'll see about that thing. And I think I should not go through this privacy section a lot. In the next videos, I'm going to deal with something called a social engineering, where you will uh, you will know some good things, like how to extract information of university, or what kind of, or what are the primary email addresses of the university or the college or any company. You can get employee name, numbers, and every other public information that you want to know about. So that would be quite fun. And in the later sections, we'll see or we'll cover up some ethical hacking techniques for the Windows 10, Windows 8.1. How can we deal it with? So that would be quite fun too. Thank you for listening me. Thank you so much.